and welcome to your virtual class. This is Teacher Judy. Today we're going to infer meaning of unfamiliar words based on context clues, synonyms, and antonyms. So let's get started. Have you experienced riding a bus? Of course, for us who don't have cars like me, we always commute through riding a bus. So, did you experience also witnessing a commotion in your community? Commotion or conflict? Conflicts are always present in the community. So, how did we feel? How did you feel during these commotions? Of course, some of us might be terrified, others might be tensed or stressed out. So, we're going to read a short story about Mark's experiences on his way home. In here, you're going to learn some compound words. And later on, we're going to infer meanings of unfamiliar words based on given context clues, synonyms, and antonyms. By the way, what are compound words? Compound words are words that are combined together to form a new word or new meaning. So these are words that we join together to form something new. So we will give you examples of that later on. We also have context clues. So what are context clues? These are parts of sentence or paragraph that comes before or after the unfamiliar words. So sometimes you find it hard to understand some words and we don't have time to look for the meanings from the dictionary. But the meaning itself is found inside the sentence. You just have to look for synonyms. So these are context clues. So these are clues we found in the sentence. Synonyms, on the other hand, are words with similar meaning, while antonyms are those words with opposite meanings. Example for synonyms are happy and glad. So they are words having the same meaning. While antonyms, we have glad and sad. So they are opposite in meaning. So let me read with you the short story so you can read with me silently. Okay, Mark slung his backpack over his shoulder and ran. The bus company had just introduced a new bus route. Over the cliffs in the distance, Mark could see the sea sparkling. With a smile, he paid for his ticket and sat down. On the driver's lap, there was a newspaper with a bold headline reading, "Burglar Caught." At the back of the bus, a commotion started up with two teenage boys arguing. Over the bridge, the bus traveled on until it pulled up at Mark's stop. Below the deep water in the canal, fish swam in the murky depths. Turning down a side alley, Mark reached his front door and took out his key. From the back lawn, the dog was barking a welcome, and Mark was very glad to be home at last. So that ends the short story. From the story, we got these words. We have for column A, backpack and newspaper. For column B, front door and back lawn. And for column C, mother-in-law and editor-in-chief. So how many words were combined to form new word and new meaning? So for columns A, B, and C, they all have two words combined. So what do you call the words with two or more words that are combined together to form a new word and new meaning? I just discussed this a while ago. They are called compound words. And lastly, how do compound words in column A written? So if you would notice in letter A, back and pack, news and paper. They were combined closely. They don't have spaces in between, so we call them as close compound word. For letter B, we have front door, back lawn. They are written separately, and we call them as open compound word. How about in column C? If you would see, the words in column C have hyphen, and we call them as hyphenated compound words. So we have here the three types of compound words. For compound words that are written as one word, we call them as close compound word. For compound words that are written as two words or separated, we call them as open compound words. And for compound words written with hyphen, we call them hyphenated compound words. So those are the three types of compound words. This time I will read you some sentences and you answer the questions that follow. Example, for letter A, we have, the sky was overcast. Rain was expected because it was cloudy afternoon. So what word in the sentence hint the meaning of the unfamiliar word? So the unfamiliar word is overcast. So what word in a sentence gives you the meaning of the word overcast? So we have cloudy. So the word cloudy hints you the meaning of the word overcast. So we call the word context clue. Okay? So letter B. Try to answer letter B. I have read the foreword of the book Mother's Wheat. What word is synonymous to foreword? What do you think? Is it conclusion, introduction, or content? The answer is foreword is introduction. How about letter C? His statement was an example of falsehood. What word has opposite meaning with falsehood? Opposite or antonym? Truth, lies, or rumor? The answer is truth. So that's the opposite of falsehood. This time, it's your turn to answer. So I have prepared sentences. Just read the instructions carefully. And if you have questions, kindly ask your teacher. For sure, your teacher will give you enough time to answer. So, let's get started. Your time starts now. This time we will check your answers. I will read to you the sentences and tell you right away the answers. For number 1, we have, I have read the headline of the newspaper today. It is front story written in bold letters. The underlined word is headline and the answer is front story. For number 2, Mr. Mercado gives a piece of advice to his son-in-law. The husband of his daughter wants to go abroad. The underlined word is son-in-law, and the context clue is the husband of his daughter. That's the answer. For number 3, parents provide backstop during Brigada Eskwela. Backstop is, the answer is assistance. So that's for number 3. Number 4, 2 weeks later, Arian was cleaning out the small bag she carried with her everywhere when she found a thin black leather billfold. What's a billfold? The answer is wallet. For number 5, the policeman broadcast the issue of illegal logging. Broadcast means, by the way, we look for the antonym of the word. So, if broadcast is to spread, the antonym of spread is hide. The answer is hide. And for number 6, Luisa wants to stay at the backside. So the underlined word is backside. So the answer is, backside is something found at the back. So the opposite of back is front. So that's the answer. For question number 7, my mother and I crossed at the overpass. The underlined compound word is synonymous to overpass is a footbridge. That's letter A. And for number 8, the keywords must be in uppercase because it is easier to emphasize if they are written in capital letters. What words in a sentence hint the meaning of the word uppercase? So uppercase means capital letters. So those are the answers. I hope you got the passing score. So that's it. Congratulations for those who passed, and for those who did not, study well. Okay, so I hope you understand and you got something new from today's lesson. So that ends our virtual class and hope to see you soon.